What's up, traders? Welcome to another C-Space trading video. As always, subscribers welcome. If you're not a subscriber and you want to follow along, I do a bunch of technical analysis videos on a variety of stocks, and today we're actually going to be looking at a complete sector, the semiconductor sector. One of my subscribers asked if they didn't mind. I'm just kind of looking at it and breaking it down and just see what I see. And as always, I do not mind helping you guys out just to see if we're seeing the same thing and where it possibly could be going. So let's go ahead and jump into this sector here. And looking at the daily, you see it's been kind of, it's definitely been trading sideways for a few months now, which creates opportunities to buy the dip and play that swing play, which I'm always looking for a swing. So what is the future looking like? So looking at a long term, well, first off, I like to point out the same thing. If you follow me on Micron, this island pattern we have here, or this cradle, or whatever they name this thing, but it comes off a gap down, basically a hammer or some kind of dragonfly doji or some kind of doji, where it goes all the way down. It hit the 200-day moving average and then came all the way up on the same day on a huge amount of volume. This is on a downturn, on a downside here, this is a huge bullish candlestick, and it's also a bullish pattern, how it's gapped down and then gapped up the next day on good volume. So if you scroll out here, the volume has been kind of weak here. The volume picked up as it ran here. The volume picked up a little as it fell down. However, once it got here, the volume's picked up even more. So that, to me, that's a bullish indicator for things to come. But looking at it from a long-term perspective, I like to look at the weekly to slow things down. So you see we've had this run ever since 2016, where it's kind of done a very, very good, just slow and steady run here, where it didn't really have any major pullbacks, but it seems it has consolidated for the last year, which I don't think is a bad thing. But technically speaking, what are we looking at? And let's just draw the channel that this thing's trading in. Now, yes, we have seen where it popped below here and it popped below here, but I want to touch as many pivot points as possible, then create that parallel line and see if I can't do the same thing. And so instead of going here, there's more pivot points up top. So the top of this channel is going to be in this ballpark. Now, granted, when you're trading these things, anything in the area is a good area. So if you get in a little high, it's still good. If it gets below, it's even better unless it continues to go. So you just got to just kind of keep an eye on these things when you're trading. Another thing I want to point out is this cross here. This is, you've seen it pop up and gap up here, and then it came all the way down, and you would think this would be very bearish. However, it's pushed all the way back up within this week on high volume. To me, this still is a very bullish sign of the fact that it came down and buyer stepped in and pushed this thing back up. So it does look like the sector is going to continue to rise, back to the top of this channel very soon. We just have to keep a close eye on it. And I've been doing a little research on it, and the CEO here of Tokyo Electron, because lately a bunch of analysts came out and state that there's been this, the slowing or growth of the semiconductors, and there's potentially going to be a big pullback. However, he's a firm believer, and so am I. AI, artificial intelligence, and virtual reality, and even the 5G instead of 4G mobile networks is going to influence a huge demand for semiconductors, which I believe is all true. And and why I believe analysts are thinking for a big pullback is because just from last year, they had almost 22% growth, and when analysts see these huge numbers, they realize, and as all stock traders do, growth does not continue at this rate forever. However, we're in a different time when technology growing and industries using this stuff to develop artificial intelligence, develop virtual reality. And he's a big believer in that the AI will grow 67% between last year all the way to 2022. So we're on the beginning of this. And I don't think, we all believe and should believe that, technology is not going anywhere. Computers aren't going anywhere. Data collection is not going anywhere. So why would the semiconductor market do the same? So that's just a fundamental breakdown with this technical breakdown. So if you're in the semiconductors, I think you're good. There's going to be some pullback, but we shouldn't be scared off just by what some analysts say. So Guys, if you're interested in following along, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and I will continue to put this more stuff out. As right now I'm sitting through now it's Tropical Storm Florence, as I'm just outside of Charlotte, so things are starting to get kind of sketchy here. But as long as I have power, I'll continue to study and put these things out. So guys, y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I will check with you guys later.